It says one person likes this video and it doesn't even say that anybody's in here. But you know what's funny is now YouTube has actually acknowledged that there's a problem with chat lives and viewer status or whatever. So I was like, oh my God, okay, so it's not just me. Other people experience this fuckery too, where it says there's nobody in their lives, but really there is. What up, everybody? Phoenix, Steven, how's it going? Look at two people talking, but it says there's only one person here. I forgot my lavender spray. I have to keep the energy fucking mellow right now. The energy is intense. April 1st, bitches. So the way that I saw this as something happening today as in April 1st was there was supposed to be a contract. Whoa. I'm going to roll this one again. Yes. Ooh, baby. Okay. There was supposed to be a contract delivered to you by a spell. Okay. There was some very intense witchcraft that happened. And it wasn't necessarily this full moon, but I feel like it was orchestrated and manifestation began in 2026 for something to happen to you to get locked into at least a year contract, at least 12 months, which is why the 12th house is here. Okay, which it was interfered and the 9th house came up. And I knew that was bullshit because it's not 9 months, that's a contract. It would be a full year, which would be 12. Okay, with Taurus energy, yes, look at that. That's the high priest. And then we've got Pluto here. Let's see what Pluto's got to say. This 12th house is sacrifice. Okay, so they wanted to sacrifice you in an exchange. Somebody just tried to barter you or sell you for money. I'm shaking right now. Oh my God. What the fuck? Pluto's linked to powerful new beginnings. So it's almost like Pluto outranked this witch. You know, Pluto is very underestimated. For one, it got taken out of the planetary system. Like, obviously, it just all of a sudden doesn't matter if Pluto exists or not. So now they say it's a star because it's too small to be a planet. Bullshit. It's got the energy of a motherfucking planet. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, so with the analogy of Pluto being that they don't even want to represent it as a planet anymore in the educational system, it's still a planet in the zodiac chart, in the wheel. It's still existing. So it's almost like the sacrifice was to make you disappear, okay, off their radar, and then they would just call you something else from now on. Look at this on the bottom of the deck. Feminine goddess energy. Ugh. With candle magic, spirit initiation. Oh, broomstick and clearance. There's tarot cards, and the high priest arrived. Look at that. High priest twice. And then prosperity in reverse with spell. See, I told you they started a manifestation. Oh my God. There is all my words I just said. Okay, now my nose is getting itchy. Uh-oh, the witch is coming out, everybody. Woo, okay. So magic is coming out. Okay. This lady, this feminine energy, did some candle magic to initiate you into a spell, okay, to steal your prosperity and wipe you clean. Broomstick clearance. And the tarot cards are telling on them right now. Because it's energy. If you want to manipulate energy, it is still energy. Therefore, it is still ranked and perceived on the energy chart. Wow. Okay. Eight of Wands going nowhere. King of Wands going nowhere. And the Six of Cups going nowhere. So whatever this person wanted to do, they were all fired up in their King of Wands energy, thinking that they were going to do something to you because they were pissed off at you from the past. It went nowhere. Their magic didn't go anywhere. You didn't take the bait. There would have been a lure in here somewhere, and you didn't take it. You outsmarted them. This isn't your first rodeo. There's your wall. Your walls are up. So you're catching things because you're not just allowing the door to open and you're not in desperate energy. If you were in desperate energy, your door would be wide open. You'd be willing to take anything, get anything, steal anything, but you got your fucking wall up. Okay. So that's just an overall statement of you got to knock before you get anywhere. Okay. You're not just going to come in here and take something. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is incredible. Oh my God. Look at how hard you fought back. And they didn't expect you to do anything. They just expected like if you come off as a very happy person or very, like me, like I look like I'm on crack all the time because I'm so happy, unless I have resting bitch face. But for the most part, everybody thinks that like I'm on, some type of special formula that makes me happy all the time. And I'm like, I'm just loving life. Like, I'm just loving life. But don't fucking think I'm just going to let you in because I'm smiling at you. Bitch, I naturally smile all the time. I have good endorphins going on in my body. I smile. Trick the trap. Ooh, there is a trap out there, all right. Like I said, it wasn't your first rodeo, so you didn't go down the trap because you don't get trapped anymore. Ten of Cups. That's going to come in. That's what I feel like they wanted. There's the High Priest again. Taurus showed up 3 times. I think this was a guy trying to do magic. I mean, they're coming up as a feminine energy, but you could be the one that they're attacking and you're feminine. I mean, just take it how it resonates. What up, anything? What up, JK Lovin'? Okay. And look at High Priest, and then Taurus, High Priest. This is either a Taurus energy or it's a very magical masculine energy in this King of Wands in reverse, thinking that he can do something with this Eight of Wands, but you strike back with the Seven of Wands. You will fight back. And that's the thing is, I've taught my sister this for a while. I've always said to her, if somebody fucking bites you, you bite back. You do not let them hit you without fucking striking them back. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you pick up a pipe and you fucking smoke them over the head. I don't care if you hit them with your words. I don't care if you just hit them with some truth. I don't care if you start dropping a rhyme on their ass. Hit them back with something. Don't just let them hit you and walk away, because they're going to come back and they're going to hit you again. And they're going to come back and they're going to hit you again, because they know that they can hit you and you won't do anything and you'll walk away. Because there's that side that people will say, well, you know, tit for tat isn't going to solve anything. Yeah, it will, when you're dealing with an entitled little fucking brat that thinks that they can just walk up and steal your shit 9 times out of 10, and they're just you're just gonna watch them. Like, you know, you're being stolen from. You shut and fucking lock your door. Okay, obviously doesn't take rocket science, but they think you're just gonna leave the door open. Like, oh yeah, hey, steal whatever you want, take whatever you want. That's what I do up in this bitch. Anybody steals from me. What, they fucking think you're psycho? No, but clearly they are, for thinking that you're just gonna give something up. Like your own life. I mean, Pluto, oh, why does it have to be the Lovers in reverse? The fact that this like Pluto energy is kind of, you know, where they say that they tried to make it so then you aren't there. They're just going to try to wipe you from something as if you don't exist. But the, you know, the analogy of the Zodiac chart, look at Ace of Wands in reverse. The analogy of the Zodiac chart would be, okay, so say this is your family trying to wipe you out, right? They could try to wipe you out all they want. They can rip up all your fucking photos. And this is your parents, right? They can rip up all your photos. They can act like you're dead, but you have their DNA. So they're in your blood. Okay. You have a universal ancestry around you that has watched you be in this person's life, watch them raise you, watch you draw out of their pussy, whatever the fucking case may be. Okay, they saw it. Therefore, you can't just be eliminated as if you never existed, because you're still fucking here. Just like Pluto. It's not like they, you know, okay, we're not going to put it in the vocational system anymore. Okay, that's fine. But did it all of a sudden implode on itself and just destroy and go into a bunch of little fucking, you know, space objects and just float away? No, it's still there, booming. Doesn't give a fuck about the Vocational Institute of Technology. It's still there. Okay, so and I mean, it's small too. Like I said, it's tiny. Even though stars are fucking huge, by the way, but in comparison to a planet, according to the sciences of the science world, this is what we are supposed to believe. It is very tiny. Okay, which I believe is them trying to demonstrate your strength. Oh, you're tiny. So you don't think tiny people can't be strong? Are you kidding me? Tell that to a midget. Okay, who just suddenly drop kicked another midget person. Oh, are you going to tell me that that person doesn't have any strength? Of course they fucking do. But in their mind, it doesn't compare to their strength. So therefore, you must not have any at all. Okay, look at this asshole. I swear this was somebody who watched you, and I think they're trying to wipe you out of something, right? But they watched you. You were right there as a kid. Okay. And what's funny is you're right here also as a kid. I don't know if there's two of you, if you got a brother, if you got a sister or something like that, but you can't just wipe children. They're in your fucking DNA. Okay. So watch what you want to do versus what you want to get away with. Look at that High Priestess, and then the Queen of Wands, and then the King of Swords, and then the World. And then the Eight of Swords in reverse. So the person that's been trying to trap you, okay, and literally I see the Eight of Swords in reverse as being like somebody who didn't let you speak or doesn't allow you to speak or stand up for yourself, okay, because you're not there, right? I almost see this person like Spirit knows. Spirit knows what this person sitting on their throne did to you. Okay, whether they, want to act like they didn't watch you grow up, okay, when it's all in their eye memory. Obviously, they want you. They're just going to be like, they don't exist. They don't exist. They don't exist. Like, yeah, ignorance is bliss until you're sober. Okay. And then we've got like this King of Swords. Like the truth is out there. Somebody knows the truth. This guy knows the truth. Okay. Again, this Emperor isn't fooling anybody. Okay, so that's why the world is here. It's done. It's being shut down. You're getting like, and you know what's funny is I put this goddess card like over here on the deck, and I feel like that is collective. I do feel like whatever this energy is around you, they're trying to get it. And they're doing very nasty things in order to get it. But the thing is that you've got magical energy around you, which means they can't touch you. They're going to try, okay, but it doesn't mean that they're going to succeed. Okay, and it's almost like sometimes I do like the analogy of let them die, because they're going to burn themselves out, because you're not going to let them do what they want to do. It's like as somebody who has a problem with a child, they always say like they're having a temper tantrum because you said no to them. You're going to have to let them burn it out. You can't stop them from freaking out. Just let them have their moment, because if you interrupt, try to speak to them, they're not going to listen to you. They're going to act irrationally, and then they're going to freak out again. So let them freak out, let them get tired, let them pass out, then have the conversation with them. Yeah, by the way, you're not doing this. Like, I know you had your little temper tantrum. Okay, now we're over that. All right, now you should have a headache. You just burned out. Now fucking listen to me. This isn't going to happen. Okay, you have to be productive with these fucking people, because they do think that they can just sit on their high horse and do whatever the fuck they want, because you're their kid, and then they act like you're not their kid, but then they have some type of authority over you, like they are your parent, but yet they don't want to associate you with them being your child, or you being their child. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because it's a lie. Okay, so you're not allowing yourself to be manipulated into a contract to give somebody something while they sat on their ass, okay, and watched you get tied up. Thinking they could steal your happiness away from you again. I mean, sometimes I do think it is, them, they are dumb, but I don't really like to use that term anymore, whereas I feel like they are somehow misinformed. I don't know what they hear or how manipulated they hear things come out. How misinformed do you have to be to believe that you could do candle magic against somebody's prosperity season, okay, and manifest it so then they get into some kind of other contract that in fact steals everything from them instead and gets this high priest in a better situation, when this high priest can just fucking leave you alone and help himself because he's a high priest? Why the fuck is he barking up your tree? Why is he trying to get you to do anything? That's what's weird. Okay. And maybe because you didn't fight back, maybe they took some things in the past and you didn't fight back because possibly you didn't know. Okay. So then they'll pick your not your lack of information and use it against you. Well, you should have known. You know how much I get that? Well, you're a psychic. You should have known. Well, you're psychic. You should know. Well, what's your psychic mind say? What's your little friends around you say? I mean, it's obnoxious. Is that the way you think spirit is? Do you think I have spirit just yelling in my ear all the answers that your obnoxious ass wants to hear? Fuck no. I got the answers inside of me, bitch. I got all of them inside of me. And it's going to say nicely contained inside my little bubble. Okay. And obviously you didn't let somebody in your little bubble. And they thought that they were going to get in there and they were going to burst it. They were going to get you going somewhere and they were going to rage you out and they were going to piss you off. Like this could be something like somebody could have tried to possibly get inside of you. So then like you gave up your job or something, the littlest thing happens and you just blow it out of proportion. And then it's like, see, I fucking said I've been having a problem with this place since the day I moved in. And it's just like, well, why didn't you say something the day you moved in? Why haven't, if collective doesn't stand up for themselves when things happen, then they start to build up. Okay. And then the second that you blow your gasket, all those little things that built up that you chose not to say because you didn't want to stir the pot. But really, what you're saying is that you didn't really want to have your own back. You're now going to throw in the face of somebody because you're so angry what they did, when if you had to just talk to them all along, probably wouldn't end up badly. Right. So I do feel like collective is stepping into a much more prominent energy of being able to stand your ground, state the facts, and just stand there. No longer this like teeter-totter of emotions, or now we're angry, now we're pissed off, now we're crying, now we're sad, now we're, because all that's all spirit, just like pulling your strings, like a fucking little puppeteer, just making you do this, making you do that. But if you're grounded, your information. Anybody that comes at you, it's strategy now. It's like, okay, well, watch these motherfuckers lose their shit while you for once sit down. It's going to be amazing. Okay, the transformation that's going to happen because somebody that is used to being initiated into your mind to possibly control some of your nervous system or the way that you react, okay, is no longer, there's nobody in the driver's seat anymore. Oh my God. So I was in the shower and I did my shower spell thing, and then all of a sudden, so all of a sudden this fucking woman came to me. I've never seen this woman in my life. No idea who she is. I couldn't pick her out if I tried because really, to be honest, she was dressed as a stewardess. But I don't know if she was board in a ship, if she was board in I don't fucking know. But this woman came to me and she was all tired. Okay. And this is who we've been dealing with. This is who took our jobs. I'm so tired. So I looked at her and I said, are you too tired to do this job? Is that what you're saying? Like, are you giving me an excuse right now to say that you're too tired to do the job? And she went, yeah. All of a sudden, okay, in the vision, I don't know who this one chick was, but she was representing a lot of women in the dream, okay? And all of a sudden, all these women who have been pretending to be something, okay, taking your job away from you, all got replaced. Okay, they all suddenly had to sit down. All these women are like, I'm tired. Okay, just so they don't have to go to work. And the collectives at home going like, I need to get a job, Energizer Bunny. Okay, well, the people who are doing your job are barely even showing up now. So I was representing collective in this realm because there's a lot of people on this channel that need jobs. Like a lot of you people are like, am I getting the job? And it hurts my life. Okay. That so much of us are suffering with no jobs. Okay. So, I was standing there and then all of us ladies, okay, that were standing with me, that are ready to work, that aren't lying about being ready to work. We all stood up. Okay. Switched places and got into these little machines. It was kind of weird. We got into these little machines like it was going to be a roller coaster. We all darted off, but we all went in different directions. And we took the jobs of all those people that are complaining because what happened, I don't know when it happened, but there was a shift. There's always a shift, okay? There's a shift of entitled assholes that take over collective, and it's part of their prosperity wheels. Okay, suddenly you get lined up for a job, you get lined up for a promotion, and somebody switches with you. The way they do it is they lie on their resume. Okay, now this is all spiritual analogies. If it actually happens in real life, this is spirit. Okay, this is how spirit describes it. So everybody, what happened in these small increments of time where collective is up next? Okay, it's kind of like that Beetlejuice scenario where the person's up next and then he switches the number with them, right? And then the guy shrinks his head. Okay, so because this has happened more than once, so now collective's getting angry because they keep getting their number switched with these other people that won't wait. Okay, they expect something fast while collective's been waiting for years, which is how you're supposed to do it. And then you get bumped out of the way by some rich entitled asshole that just thinks that they can take something. And those are the fake resume people. Okay, so those fake resumes, they come in, they take motherhood away from people, they take marriages away from people, they take certificates from people, they take school away from people, they take houses away from people, you name it, they take away from people because they say that they can cut in line because they're going to do the job better than you. And then spirit because I don't know why spirit sometimes is so retarded, doesn't double check their resume, doesn't check their facts, moves you out of the way as if you're the liar, and puts them in place as if they've been waiting this whole time for it. That seemed like it just took me so much energy to say. Because it did, because it's part of a spiritual initiation. When collective gets spiritually initiated to do something, those are usually the journeys that take a while. Those are the long roads. Those are not the short sprints. These are the marathons. These are the Saturn cycles. These are the things that last for a while. Okay. Now, if you have waited your turn and you manifest in the right type of energy, then, you're willing to wait 9 months to grow a baby in your womb. You're willing to wait for the corn to grow. Like, you've got patience. You waited. Spirit initiated for it. You're not going to rush it. So why the fuck do you get pushed out of the way for some greedy asshole, okay, who doesn't deserve it? And yet somehow people end up homeless. People end up rejected, right? Because they're not in the right jobs for the right partners. People look at them like they're lowlifes, like they're pieces of shit because they don't have jobs, or they're not riding the right vehicle, right? Because they're supposed to be lining up with the best possible version of you. If somebody has done something and manifested something, so then you go into extreme poverty or into a different energy, then the ones that are supposed to be attracted to your energy won't be, because you're not in the right energy. It's like, the way that currents run. If you're not in the right current, how the fuck are you going to find the right people, right? But you're supposed to be in a current, and then you got pushed into another one. Okay. So it's definitely something about manipulation. Okay. And, wow. Okay. Something about manipulation and trying to clear the manipulation. Okay. Because obviously this high priestess, okay, is manipulating energy around you. Oh, and now you might have been the one, because it's 12th house, you might have been the one that has been taking these burdens as if you are the culprit, because they've been putting you in the, like you're supposed to be sitting in the victim seat, and they're putting you with the gun in your hand. Okay. It's a very different energy. That's why when you're a part of somebody's black magic, you'll be a part of what is called bad luck. Okay. And it's a series of events that occur because of somebody's witchcraft, okay, that line you up with darkness, as opposed to putting you in the light where you're supposed to be, where everything good happens. Okay. Bad luck isn't supposed to happen. Bad luck is one of those things you get lined up with it in divine timing so you can handle it. It's not necessarily bad luck as much as it's shit happens. Okay. You got to get your oil changed. Sometimes you run out of fucking, gas. Sometimes your tire pops, like sometimes, your stove breaks. It's sometimes it's just time, right? It's just time. It's just cycles. It's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to have enough money to be able to cover it, and boom, right? That's not bad luck. Bad luck is lined up to destroy somebody, almost to the point where they give up because they can't keep fighting against it because it's killing them. Okay. That's witchcraft. That's somebody's manipulation. And it happens a lot. But people say it's bad luck. Oh, it's bad luck. It's bad luck. It's bad luck. No, it's not. I can guarantee you it's not bad luck, because bad luck doesn't happen like that. Okay. Especially with this apartment I just moved into. Something just happened last night, 4 a.m. on exactly April 1st. Something came popping into my fucking apartment this morning, and I couldn't believe it, to the point where I haven't even paid rent yet. I don't even know what the fuck we're going to do. My sister's going to deal with it. They're supposed to be coming over soon. I don't even know if I fucking can handle it. But at this point in time, there is so much that has gone wrong with this apartment in 30 days that I literally said to myself, there has been enough people in this apartment in the last 30 days that literally should have been spread out over a year or two, if not 3 years. A plumber, an electrician, and a fucking handyman 100 times. That's not supposed to happen. People be lucky if they see an electrician in their house once a year. Once every 3 years, 5 years. I mean, in the last place I was at, I didn't have an electrician at all. Nobody ever had to come up and check the power. Okay, so it's bullshit. Okay, it's bullshit. There's something that is happening. And if you just line it up by saying that it's bad luck, then you might be missing the witchcraft. You might be missing the part that is the most obvious, that something's going on, but the person who's doing it to you doesn't want you to find out about it. So they're just going to keep saying it's bad luck. Oh, you're just lined up with that. That happens to everybody. No, it doesn't. Maybe over a lifetime, but not in a fucking month. Okay. So something, And it's aggressive energy right now. This is a full moon right now. This is not, I was very specifically told by Spirit, this is not a prosperity moon. Okay. This is not something that you really should be trying to manifest something in. This is setting the record straight, which is very ironic. It's the pink moon because it seems to be a lot of that nasty pink feminine energy, okay, that is manipulating through kind of almost like sexuality a little bit, right? Because if you think of pink, it's your top chakra, your white chakra, which is your crown chakra above your gold chakra. Okay, basically your top chakra and your lowest one, which is red and white. So you mix red and white together, that's almost like either somebody is using all of their energy to do something, or they're skipping out almost using the top and the bottom, and they're not progressing anything in the middle. It's weird because it's strong. So it's not it's going to be aggressive, right? Because I don't know if people really understand what this energy is supposed to be used for. Okay, this is kind of the energy right now where stories will be made straight, truth will come out, right? Liars will be held accountable, right? It's almost like truth is going to come out, whether these people and witches and warlocks and nasty little energies believe it's going to or not. I mean, you can do as a million spells as you want. The truth is always going to come out. I mean, you can try to hide it. Always remember, you want to hide the truth. Something's going to get hidden from you, and it's going to be something big. If you want to hide shit from people, things will be hidden from you. You want to start shit with people, people are going to start shit with you. Okay. And then this, high priest walking in, trying to do something to you with this lovers in reverse. Okay. I don't exactly, again, because it's different for everybody, know exactly what is supposed to be happening with this energy, but it is nasty. Okay, it's nasty fucking energy. My fucking landlords were supposed to be here at 1:00. It's 1:30. See how disrespectful these fucking assholes are? Honestly, like, I called this bitch at fucking 5 in the morning. I was up at 4 this morning dealing with something. I called her at 5. She didn't answer. Obviously, you didn't have to, but then I call her at 8. Then I call her at 9. She doesn't call me back till 10:30. And then she's like, we'll be there around 1. Like, how fucking lazy are you? Get your fucking ass over here. You're a landlord. Do your fucking job. Swear to God, I'm going to put these fucking people in the city so fast. I'm going to report them so quickly. Oh, I don't understand. I don't understand. And you know what's so funny is this fucking bitch she gave me these like tenants agreements and shit like that when I moved in, like rights as a tenant and what the landlord is responsible. So she gives me these pieces of paper. That's how dumb she is. She gives me these pieces of paper. I read them. She's in violation of 4. She's in direct violation of something right now that we could actually take her to court for. And I'm sitting there like, is this happening again? We've been here for 30 days. Even when I lived at the crack house, my landlord at least answered the phone. And especially when we first moved in, because we had a rat problem right away, obviously over there, and he came running. He brought all this stuff over right away. And these people, I'm like, call him at 4 in the morning with this problem. And I'm like, hello, like, okay, I get it. You don't, whatever you want to answer when you wake up, you geriatric fucks, answer whenever the fuck you want. I guess when it's convenient for you. Just remember, it's rent day today, by the way. Bitch gets back to me like 6 hours later. She's retired, probably slept in and farted all morning. I'm just so disgusted by people. Like, you want my money and you can't even do your job, but you want me to pay my side, right? You want me to pay my rent, right? You want me to fucking bend over and take everything from you, but you can't even fucking pick up a phone call? I just can't believe it. Like, you're collecting that much money and you're that fucking ignorant. You're that fucking stupid. We've been here for 30 days. We're already going to be at war? Really? Already going to war, bitch? Just wanted to pay my rent. Just wanted to be somewhere safe paying my rent by now, Sorry, Jesus. Holy fuck, right? I mean, it's a great place. Like, I hope we get to stay, but these fucking people are just a goddamn nightmare. It's a nightmare. Like I said, my slumlord fucking meth house landlord was better than these people at this point in time. Holy fuck. Half an hour late. Don't even give a shit. They're just going to show up whenever they fucking want. Just like I said the other day when I was live, they just showed up. Who the fuck does that? You're not allowed to do that. You just show up. supposed to give me 24 hours notice. Like, again, another violation. Like, what the fuck do you think you are? Oh, well, that's the thing. You can't get me angry. You can get me even, but you can't get me angry. I actually don't think I have been angry for, a while. I wouldn't even get angry at the bitch below me. I'm an expressive person. I express myself, but I don't ever get angry. I don't think I have been angry. In the last 5 years, I think I've been angry, maybe once or twice. Even when I was homeless, even when I was dealing with bed bugs, even when I was dealing with cockroaches, I guess croaches, dealing with rats. Anger doesn't solve anything. So that's the thing is like, so many of these people, they try to get me angry. They try to get me all worked up. And actually, I'm not dealing with my landlords right now because I will get worked up because I can't fucking believe that we're dealing with another problem and we've been here for 30 days. 30 days. And we've dealt with probably 15 or 16 problems now since we've been here. I just don't know how much more I can handle. Like I said, your heart can only handle so much, people. Okay. And then until you realize that it's magic, until you realize that you're dealing with some type of fucked up magic, because, there's the Page of Swords. Absolutely. Somebody is, once you take the truth for what it is, because it's never going to be, it's never, sometimes you're never going to get the answer the exact way that you want it. Okay. That's just the way spirit works. It can't say exactly how it is, but it can give you the information that you need, which is going to be fucked up when you hear it, because the truth is always fucked up, right? And once the truth gets acknowledged, that's when we can move on from it. When people don't acknowledge the truth, which is why I'm very interested in what my landlords have to say today, because so far they have lied about so much. They've withheld information, which is obstructing the law, which is technically lying, right? They've held back so much that, what do you expect? Like, I'm not signing no contract with you. I'm not we're going month to month with this shit, bitch. Like, I don't even know if I want to live here. Like, these people have terrified me. They've lied so much so far. And this is the fucking contract on the line. Like, you want to keep lying, you better fucking watch yourself, and that's with anything. Okay. It's very important to read the fine print. It's very important to know your information before you get into anything, right? Like, they wanted me to sign a contract. I'm not doing it. We've already been here for a month, haven't signed it so far, and I'm not going to. And people can't fucking force you, right? There's always a different way to do it. They can't force you. They can make up another contract. But whatever it is that's fucking you, just remember, either the contract is there to protect you or the contract is there to fuck you. Be careful, because clearly there was and is some type of contract that's going around out there that they want you to sign. Okay. Oh, look at, there they are. Okay. So yeah, 1:34. They said they'd be here around 1. Like, wow. Isn't around 1 either quarter to 1 or quarter after 1 or 1 on the dot, not 1:30? I just, for somebody who, I show up on time, I call on time, I'm always on time. When I deal with people who can't even show up on time and expect me to hand them over money, I just think to myself, like, wow, like you can just be such a better person, and yet you want money, but you're so fucking disrespectful. You can't even show up on time. Like, and that's the entitled brats. That really, honestly, it really is entitled brats. And like, I don't think I would have a tarot channel if we didn't have the brats. Okay. So this is, channel probably wouldn't exist, but just know that like, there's a fucking brat out there that's doing some shit to you. Okay. And be very weary of the contracts that are coming in right now. Be very weary of something that they want you to sign prematurely, because that's the thing, is they wanted me to sign something prematurely before it was even done. And I said, fuck that, because there was something that wanted me to have faith in them. Like, oh, you can sign it. They're not going to do anything. They're great people. And when I hear that in my head, I kind of go like, oh, you're great. You're great. All right, well, let's see this out for a little bit. Okay, because so far now, not really so great. Sounded great, sounded awesome. And that's where the skepticism kind of starts to kick in with collective. Like, if you get something, we're always told if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Do your fucking research, because definitely something trying to sneak in, making it seem like it's going to be a really good option, and it fucking sucks. It's going to put you back a year at least. Okay. And whatever money you're thinking that you're going to get isn't going to come if you take that avenue, because whatever it is, that avenue is lined up to steal from you because somebody wants your prosperity. So obviously there is people in the collective that are carrying Ace of Pentacles in their pockets, okay, ready to plant them. Just remember, if you're ready to plant something and you've got some stalker following you around, aka some attachment or some negative energy or some dark cloud, they're going to watch you plant that seed. And as soon as you walk away, they're going to destroy it because they want it on you. All right. Or they're going to watch you grow it for fucking 6 months and then they're going to come and take it on you when you're not watching. And this is all analogies. Like, this is the kind of shit that happens in my dreams. Okay. Or when I'm napping, I'll see really weird things. Like, there was this one garden that I planted somewhere in my mind this one time. And something, it was almost as if there was this nasty, like, energy that was following me around and pissing all over my crops. And you know what urine does to plants? It's an acid. So if you're, that's why people who have dogs, you look at their front lawns, they have all these patches. Well, that's from dog piss, right? But baking in the sun. So what this, I can only imagine was a witch was doing was she was pissing all over my crops. And then when I would come back from being in another realm, and I would come back that night after the whole day or something, I'd go back to bed, come back to my crops, and she would have pissed on them almost every time. And they were trying to blame it on my sister's dead dog that we have, that I use usually as a security guard. Okay, like, there's always something. Like, I mean, there was nothing this dog didn't want to do. He was so full of energy. He always wanted jobs. Like, this dog always wanted jobs. He was a German Shepherd, right? He was built to work. So my sister always did, she took him for so many walks and she would do so many things with him because it's almost like he knew he had a job to do. So when I see him in the other realm or in my dream state, he's always protecting me. He's always walking right beside me. He'll fucking rip anybody, a new one, if they even come near me. Oh my God, that dog wouldn't even let anybody walk by me on the path. He was already barking at them a mile away. He hated sunglasses. He hated guys with hats. If you couldn't see your face, he'd fucking try to bite you right away. Like, but yet he was the nicest German Shepherd in the world. Like, he never bit me, never bit my sister, never growled at us, never nothing. But if he didn't like you, he would do damage. He could do damage. He actually, one more strike and he was going to get put down because he did some damage to people, right? So this dog was he had a fucking fight in him, and he protects us. And somebody was trying this thing, that was actually doing it, was trying to blame it on him. So every time I would go in my dream state, I would see Marlo. It would, like, there would be almost like a sign that would say, your dog did this, your dog's pissing on everything. And I'd be like, my dog wouldn't do that because he didn't do that when he was alive. He never pissed on the garden. You know who did piss on the garden? The neighbor's dog next door came over one day and pissed all over my sister's kale that she was just about to eat. And she never touched it. She was like, once he pissed on it, she was like, I'm done. Like, your fucking dog just ruined my garden. And we didn't eat a single thing after that dog pissed in the garden. So trust me when I say my dog did not pee in my garden ever. He wouldn't do that. That's the food we ate. He knew that. He ate that food. One of his favorite things used to be a toasted tomato. I don't know if you guys ever make those, but it's just like white bread and mayonnaise and tomatoes. And then sometimes, you put bacon on it. And Marlo's favorite thing was mayonnaise. He would eat anything if it had mayonnaise on it. So I would, if I never finished my sandwich, I would give it to him. So he would eat the tomato, he would eat the bread, he would eat the mayonnaise, he would eat everything. And I'm thinking, like, he wouldn't piss on something he was going to eat. He wouldn't. I watched him. Okay. He did it. So it was like, whoever was doing this and whoever is doing this, it's like, they're going to get whatever happened this morning. Okay. Which waking me up at 4 a.m. Something happened. Somebody got exposed for trying to get in. And that's the thing, is something was trying to get in to my apartment. It did not get in. Okay. But it tried. And that's all that matters with this witchcraft. They can try all they want. I said, they can try all they want. It does not mean they're going to succeed. Okay. And I mean, that's the thing, is like, witches, especially, sometimes they try to do things and it just doesn't work. Okay. It just doesn't work. Just like this person. You're just you can't work here. Like people's nasty little minds and the things that they say, it's just it doesn't work. When you got your energy and you know what's going on, you'll know and notice the manipulation around. It doesn't take long because I can tell you if you and sometimes the reason why um there's a particular person out there that doesn't want you to work or doesn't want you to be out in the social realm of the world is because they do not want you talking about your life. Okay, they don't want talking about how shitty your life is. They don't want you talking about how shitty your landlord is. They don't want you talking about anything like that. Okay, so they try to take and limit your socializing away from you so then you won't exploit the position that you're in. Or they'll say, nobody wants to hear your problems. Nobody wants to hear your problems. I can tell you right now, people do want to hear your problems. They do want to know what's going on with you about them. Okay. They do want to know how you got out of it. You know why? Because they're looking for inspiration for themselves. Okay. They're looking for an inner voice to speak out. They're looking for the courage that they can't find in themselves. They want to find it in collective. That's why we're here. Okay. If we all just shut up because that's what the darkness wants us to do, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to do this. But because they're so negative and they're so manipulative and they think that they're so powerful, we can outsmart them because it's usually just a bunch of bullshit lies. Okay. So whatever this witch is trying to do, if she's lying about something or she's trying to create chaos in your life, so then she can promote herself, or as she can somehow, or this he can gain off your prosperity, okay, or your harvest season. They got another thing coming. Okay. They got another thing coming. Hold on one second, okay? Okay. They come and go? So Roger just came over and bought a seal as an okay, so there's not even enough to do both. And then he just said he was getting a guy to come back, same guy to deal with the Washington stores, I don't know if he lose any money. And they're outside doing it. Shirley didn't even come up here. There was no talk about anything other than just like this and then short the other. We can't be the rest and why they're now I don't know how to like approach it because it's nothing happened. They asked us for anything, Shirley didn't even come to. Okay, well then why don't we just pay people first? I mean, they're clearly not wanting to I don't know what I'm saying. I just said I know I hope fucking that you guys help us and get some really good boost there. Like, yeah, I mean, you gotta get a discount or something on this shit. It's like this is just something that just keeps happening. This is ridiculous. And there's not even enough table. Oh, it's probably the steel wool. Yeah. I know. That's why I'm like, okay, we just fucking pay our rent today and fucking move on. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not signing anything, no matter what, unless it says it's month to month. I didn't send you it. I just said I just asked them to deal with this because I wasn't paying for it. Yeah. So and that's what I mean. Like they don't even want to fucking talk to us. And like this one we're told about. Oh my goodness me. So sorry, people. Thank you for the likes. I hope you guys are all just talking amongst yourselves. Brio. Oh, instantly makes me hiccup. Okay. Where are we at? Whoa, wait, how are we already at an hour, people? All right, I'm going to put my lipstick on now. You know what's weird? I just got this song in my head, which we all know the jukebox in my head doesn't mean it's music that I listen to. It's not really the way spirit works, but there's this Black Eyed Peas song playing in my head right now. But like I don't know the name of it. So it's just something like I don't know if you know that song. I don't know the fucking words. Who the fuck are you? Voodoo loser. Oh my god, my leg's leading his little head. What are you doing? What are you doing? Little white bellies all over the screen. What fucking day is it today? Oh, is it Tuesday? Or is it Wednesday? Damn. It is Wednesday. Holy fuck. I miss days all the time. Hi, buddy. Okay, here we go. Next message. Take it or leave it. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's see what comes in. The devil in reverse. Harvest. Harvest trap. Sometimes the same messages come out because that's spirit for you. But I'm going to say it obviously a different way. Okay, Psycho's here. Children of the Corn. Pan's Labyrinth. Get Out and Rosemary's Baby. Poltergeist in reverse. I feel like somebody is trying to get you to go to the other side on something. Like, you know what I got? The analogy would be like, someone's trying to get you to choose drugs. And the universe is like, just walk away, just walk away, just walk away. But they think that you're not going to be able to escape this. They think you're going to join the party. But if you go to the party, that's where you're going to get trapped. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Get Out, but it's a good analogy right now where this girl starts dating this guy and then turns him into a slave. brings them to this party with all these rich old people and turns him into a slave. And this one guy who he swears he knows shows up at the party, all weirdly dressed like a weird honky tonk white guy, even though he used to be like a gangsta black guy. And the woman that he comes to the party with, she is using him as a sex doll. What? I forgot about that part. Hellraiser. I said to myself, I'm like, well, Hellraiser's not here. I should have said it out loud. But I mean, everything is channeled in my head before I say it out loud. But I said to myself, well, Hellraiser's not here, so it couldn't be about sex. And then Rosemary, they make Rosemary have sex with the devil. And the devil is right here. Can't happen, the girl can't happen. Call me. What the fuck is that song? That's Black Eyed Peas. I swear, if it's a Fergie song. I don't know if she's saying, call me. Call me. Oh, God, it's such an awful song, but there's an analogy there. But then with Poltergeist in reverse, then if the analogy would be that you're Carol Ann, they're trying to get you to the other side, you don't go. You don't listen to them. So this could be like peer pressure or something like that, trying to get to you to do things. The devil's trying to get you to do things. And you escaped it. You got out of it. They expected you not to. So, okay. If there's like an ex that comes back that you had really good sex with or something like that, don't give in. Don't do that again, because that whoever that sexual partner is carries the devil with them. And the devil wants you back because you left him. And you know, this is weird. There's this Instagram video that comes up every now and then because it went viral, and it's a lady. She's got a ring cam recording, and her boyfriend is attacking her in her sleep. She's just trying to sleep, and he just jumps on her and he starts choking her. And she wrote in the comments, or she wrote like on the video, it says, "The devil couldn't get near me, so he sent you." And the thing is that people are conduits, especially drunks. They allow demonic energies to jump inside of them, and they attack women. It's not just women. They attack people. They attack kids. They just get in this nasty, I rule the world energy, and they beat people. They beat their kids. They beat their wives. They, even women, right? Women do the same thing. They fucking drink, beat people. Okay, so devil's definitely trying to get to you, but he can't. And it's pissing him off. So if you haven't had sex for a while, this is why. Because the devil was jumping into you every time he would find you, especially if you had a lot of one-night stands, he would find you and through somebody and take you home. Always wanted to be in your energy. You have a demonic energy that is obsessed with you. Maybe they impregnate you all the time. Like you could have, if you have spiritual births, which means as a woman, your menstrual cycle constantly feels like you are in actual labor. Like, because some women, their periods barely even feel them, barely have cramps. Okay, I used to hate those bitches because my period would come, it would last for 7 days. I would bleed like I just got shot by a gun. And my cramps were so bad that I know, like, I knew a few girls, especially in high school and just after high school, that had kids. So I always asked them, right? As soon as they had their kids, I always asked them, how bad was labor? And you know how many? 3 out of 3. Okay, because we as girls always talked about our periods, obviously, right? All 3 of them said, not as bad as my period, not as bad as my period, or my period really lined me up for that because that was a piece of cake. And my stepmom, okay, never believed that my sister and I had actual cramps like that because she must be one of the million lucky women who have great periods. So she never knew that, like, you could throw up during your period, that your period could be so heavy that you passed out. Okay, I used to still do extreme heat flashes where I feel like I'm going to pass out. The blood comes from me like, again, I'm in some type of massacre. Okay, it lasts for like 5 or 6, 7 days. Usually can take all the energy from me. It's extreme. And then when I got to compare it with my friends, because your friends don't lie, right? Like when you're talking to them genuinely, if you have good friends, they didn't lie to me. Okay. And this one chick, oh my God, my one friend, Brooke, she had her first kid, and she said, like, she was like, oh, Whitney, she's like, wouldn't believe it. She's like, but you know, those periods, she's like, I was so angry. She's like, she's like, but then it only lasted, she goes, for like a couple hours. And then she literally, the nurse or the doctor, because she was so young, she was like 19 or something. The doctor got her up on the bed, okay, and just told her to squat, and the kid just fell right out. And she was like, it's the easiest 10 seconds of my life. And she goes, my period, however, has been blah, blah, blah since the day I gave birth. And she was just like going on and on and on. And I was like, but the actual birth part, like, our periods are worse. And she's like, oh, way worse. And like, again, I wouldn't have necessarily have believed her as much if I didn't talk to 2 more women after that, because of how bad I experienced it. And that's the thing. Okay. People who don't know, don't know. If you've never been through it and you've never gone through it, don't fucking just automatically assume that it can't happen, because it fucking can. Maybe ask around. Okay. So that's the thing, is when I was talking about in the last reading where they didn't want you to get a job because they didn't want you talking. Okay. This is one of those things that they didn't want you speaking, so then you didn't find out who you were sleeping with. Okay. And especially if you blacked out when you were drunk, something like that, there's definitely some type of demonic energy, okay, that is used to being attached to you. Okay, oh yeah, okay, so with the really bad periods, the whole why I just talked about that was because of the 5D births. Okay, so there's a lot of women that have a kid every month in some spiritual world. Okay, so for instance, my stepfather, who is the pedophile that hurt me, I was in a dream once where him and I walked up to a shed. I was like probably 8 months pregnant. He had, but I mean, again, 8 months is like, 8 or 9 months is one cycle for a woman. So like it only lasts 30 days, or that's the normal, but you'll have an entire pregnancy cycle in another world. Okay, which is why your periods are so bad, because you are actually giving birth, but you're giving birth spiritually. Okay, you're giving birth in another realm. You're not giving birth here. Okay, which is why the women who have it really easy aren't going through that. The women who have it really bad possibly are getting spiritually raped and conceiving children for the devil in another realm. So anyways, in this world, in this dimension, like I said, I was fully pregnant, ready to have a kid. Okay. And my stepfather walked up to his shed, he called it, of dead babies. So he had impregnated me. I don't know. There was probably 500 babies in there, and they were all stillborns. So I did not actually have one baby that made it alive in his little shed. And all these babies in the dream were all dressed up. He had them all dressed up like they were dolls, and they were put all in boxes, and they were displayed in this shed. And I was appearing in the shed because I was, about to have my period. Okay. So I was about to give birth to his child again in whatever realm this was. And I don't know why it was different this time. I never remembered the dream before. I never remembered anything before, but this time I did. This time it was different in the dream, and I set the shed on fire. And I was terrified. Like it was almost like I had woken up in the dream of his nightmare, and I was in this shed looking at this, and I was like, these are mine. These are you did this to me. Like these what the fuck? And I freaked out in the dream, and I set the shed on fire. And it was actually not too long after that, maybe a year after that, he actually died in real life. So there was, after that day, there was a spell that I put up that he wasn't allowed to touch me in another realm ever again. And then I realized shortly after that my father was actually raping me in my dreams as well. So there are multiple men that have abused their authorities, okay, and often rape me. Okay, so be careful with your sexual partners right now. Be careful with, especially if they're drinking or if they do drink. Okay, somebody's definitely trying to get into your energy, and they're trying to get you to go to the other side with them. Okay, so again, whatever that means, if somebody all of a sudden asks you, there was this one guy that I briefly kind of like saw who always wanted me to do acid with him. It was like constant, like all I ever did was just ask me to do acid. And like, I never did it. I was never going to. I was perfectly comfortable with eating mushrooms at the time and smoking weed. And one day I actually shut him down. Like I physically had to stop talking to him because I was like, I don't know what it is with you wanting to get me on drugs, but I will never fucking do it. And I don't care if you think we're going to have the best sex in the world. We're going to do this or we're going to that. You're going to explode my mind. I would never do some type of hallucinated drug with somebody I didn't know or didn't trust ever. I wouldn't touch acid in my life. He told me it lasts for like 36 hours or some shit like that. I didn't fucking do anything that lasts that long. You're lucky. The only reason why I do mushrooms is because they only last like 7 hours. But even still, if I know I gotta eat mushrooms and they're gonna last for 7 hours, I have to plan my entire day to do that shit. Do you think I'm gonna take something that lasts for 36 hours? Are you fucking crazy? Okay, just constantly asking me to drop acid with him. Always come to the other side, come to the other side, come to the other side. Never fucking did it. And honestly, I lost a lot of respect for him because that's the thing. We're all built differently, and people have their morals and they have their boundaries and they stand their ground. And somebody who's sitting there trying to push you to do something is a fucking bully. I don't care what they say it's about. I don't care how they say they're going to get off on it. I don't care if they say it's going to be the best time of your life. A drug is a drug. You know what drugs do? Get you fucking hooked on phonics. That's what they fucking do. If you don't have enough courage, you don't have enough guts, you don't have enough confidence to, hit wonder and fucking move on with your life. My buddy, so I had this friend back in the day who, up until 28, never touched a drug in his life. All he ever did was drink. He was such a great guy. You can have good conversation with him. And I never really realized why I could, because everybody else was always fucked up on shit. I never did anything. So I could have really good conversations with him. He was a good conversationalist. All of a sudden, one of his friends one night, this asshole, he's dead, by the way, now, so I can call him an asshole because he is an asshole. He also died of an overdose, actually drugged my friend who had never touched drugs in his life. Drugged my friend one night at a party that we were at. I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought you drugged girls. Like, this guy drugs his own friend, okay? Got hooked on phonics that night. Never stopped doing it. And I couldn't believe it. There's the call. I couldn't believe it because all it took was somebody who he was there to hang out with, one of his friends, drugging him one night, slipping something into his drink, and it changed his life forever. Look at that. Help me, The Exorcist. It was literally like that. Like, they had put the demon into Ian that night, and that demon almost ate him alive. I mean, it ate the other guy alive because he died. And I almost think to myself, like, that's what you get. Like, you should die of an overdose. You got your fucking friend hooked on something when he was perfectly happy without it. And that's the power of drugs. Okay. And pot is not the gateway drug. Okay. Cigarettes, not the gateway drug. Okay. Apparently your friends are the gateway drug. Okay, so be careful because those are not your friends. Anybody trying to bring you down a wrong road, trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do, trying to get inside of you, trying to impregnate you, trying to fuck with you. I mean, especially if something's happening in your dreams. Okay, you get raped in your dreams, something happens, you have some weird fucking vision like I did. Write that shit down, write it to the universe, send it away. Let the universe know you're getting fucked with. Let the universe know someone's doing something to you. Let the universe know. If the universe doesn't know, don't just assume they do. Don't just assume your ancestors know what's going on with you, right? I mean, assumptions are scary and they kill. Okay, don't just assume somebody knows you need help because you sent out an SOS. Like, who'd you send the SOS to? Like, did you send it right? Did you sign, seal, deliver it? Did you try again? Did you follow up on it? Right? There's so much manipulation that you really need to, watch your back, like just for the sake of watching your own back. Okay. Like it's not something that I would tell you to do because I'm trying to fuck you over. Spirit would tell you to do that because they're worried that you are going to get fucked over if you don't take it seriously, if you don't take your life seriously, if you don't take the trauma that you're going through seriously, if you don't look at the bad luck that's happening around you and actually take it as maybe I should make a change, right? Like if you want to listen to the tree crack every fucking time the wind comes and know that a branch is going to come down and not do anything about it. It comes down on that roof one night and puts a hole. Can't say spirit didn't warn you. Okay. And I do think that this is a lot of your enemies. I mean, they've been warned. They've been told to back off. They've been told to stop fucking with you. Right. And they're going to do it anyways until they learn. And sometimes it takes them getting sent to jail until they learn. All right. So we're going to peace out. 117.42. Wow. Thank you for all the likes, everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This was a very powerful reading. Lots of information coming out. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I got a lot of things that have happened to me. So these readings, they're always a little fucked up on analogies. Okay. But just remember they are analogies, which means it's not necessarily happening in that way, but it could be happening in a way where you're getting fucked over and you can't see it. Okay. So I hope it resonates, obviously. Okay, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com is how you get in touch with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I really appreciate it. Always remember we have the 13th moon Zodiac Tarot as well for the Zodiac signs. I did put up a reading for Aquarius yesterday, and I believe Taurus was the day before. Yes, everything is in the description box below. I do $10 questions. We do half an hour readings, hour-long readings. I've got the crystal ball. We can do sigils. We can do protection. We can do multiple things. Okay, so everything is in the about section for the most part. You can also email me if you want some information. Okay, so peace out, everybody. Again, thank you for being here. And thank you to our moderator, Danny, for kicking ass and taking names. And thank you to my usual regular crew up in here. I wouldn't do it without you. All right. So peace out, everybody. Thank you, Ryu. Thank you, Steven. Thank you. Who else we got up in here? Serena's new. Oh, there's Heidi. What up, Heidi? And is that it? Yeah. Always takes a little bit for everybody to talk sometimes. If you're new, don't worry. Hello, Eileen. Hello, Melissa. Hope everyone's having a good old day. There's Rio. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. I always get these mixed up. Anyways. How do I do that? What do you mean? Make it a pinned message? Oh, my email? I should email as a pinned message? I'm guessing that's what you mean. All right. Well, peace out, everybody. Like I said, thank you for liking the video. Very important. Peace out. Thank you, Steven. And we will see you on another day. I figured that's what you meant. Right here with you, Danny. All right. Peace out.